Hi, it's been a minute. We're back on the bus with Claire Yardis, and she's become a friend of mine from Having Fun, but we don't really get to talk a lot because there's loud music there. So she's kind of playing me some songs and tell me her story. So how long have you been playing
So I've been playing about 5.5 years.
Really?
But seriously writing songs for about a year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's a couple of your songs that hit me in a good way. Um, do you want to just jump right in and play a song and then talk about whatever?
It's like an intro song?
Yeah.
I could start with like the very first original song I performed live.
Okay.
It's called What Ifs.
Okay.
So I think you like that one, you said. I have all these questions running through my mind. What if the things I'm searching for aren't mine to find? What if I gave my everything but didn't pass the test? But life's a school, there's time to learn and trust God with the rest. What if you dare to take a chance, shoot a smile, ask her to dance, chase the sunset, not a dollar, get knocked down and stand up taller. I've lived enough to know that bad and hard are not the same. What ifs could be a roadmap instead of just a cage. I spent a lot of time inside, safer so I've heard. I've taken shelter from the sun, afraid that I would burn. But everything begins to change when you realize life's a gift. And now I don't have any time to waste one more what if. What if you dare to take a chance, shoot a smile, ask her to dance, chase the sunset, not a dollar, get knocked down and stand up taller. I've lived enough to know that bad and hard are not the same. What ifs could be a roadmap instead of just a cage. So go ahead, take a chance, shoot a smile, ask her to dance, chase the sunset, not a dollar, get knocked down and stand up taller. I've lived enough to know that bad and hard are not the same. What ifs could be a roadmap instead of just a cage. Let what ifs be a roadmap, don't let them be a cage.
Love it.
Thanks.
That's one of my favorites. So why ukulele?
Well, I was originally going to learn guitar, but I was like, I don't know anyone that knows guitar. Like, I don't know how to do guitar, so I'll start with something small.
Yeah.
And then I kind of got hooked on that. Like, I prefer guitars in general. Like, I always tell people I'm not a ukulele person. Like, I like the bigger ones, I like the deeper ones, and I like it because it's my way of getting music across.
Yes.
But now that I'm more interested in, like, writing and playing out than, like, learning an instrument, I just stuck with this, and now that's just my thing. And it's smaller, and it's the strings feel better and stuff.
So much easier for smaller hands.
Yeah, that's
to play.
Like, it's not like the chords are less fingers. Like, it's not overall an easier instrument.
No,
but now it's just like my staple, so I can't like change
it's you now.
Else.
It's you now. So you were playing the other night, and you played Clay Pigeons, which is one of my favorite songs in the world. Who are some of your influences?
I mean, I'm a big classic country fan.
Yeah.
Like, I've always liked music, but when I started listening to country is when I was like, I love music. So that's what got me to start writing. I'd say most of my influences are more like indie Americana countries, like Turnpike Troubadours is
Oh.
my all-time favorite.
Yeah, we've
Like,
had that
Yeah,
discussion.
I love them so much. Like, that's my favorite band.
Oh, he's my favorite. He is my favorite wordsmith.
Yeah.
Like, the way he says things. Like, he'll just, you know what? I don't even know how to say it. Like, he doesn't say, like, the bus is green. It's like, I can't even, I'm just talking all over myself. But just the way he brings things. Oh, my favorite line in any song ever is, I could sleep if you would drive.
Oh, okay.
I just can't keep my mind alive, and you've got nothing better else to do.
That's 1968, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to remember
Yes.
that song. I love that.
Yes, but that's mine because so much in my life I'm so busy, and I'm a mom and I'm a grandma, and I'm like I have several different jobs. So there's so many times that I'm just like I'm busy, and I'm just people rely on me.
Mm-hmm.
So that line in that song just was like, I'll let you drive.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna sit back and I'll let you drive. So I
Mhm.
just like the way he does it. And even like when you've got nothing better else to do. Like he just I don't know. I just love with his words.
And plus, like, most of their songs are either written by just him or him with other people,
Yes.
which isn't extremely common.
Yes.
So
When I saw him in Red Rocks, he paused in the middle and thanked his 7th grade English teacher.
Oh, okay.
He said, I wouldn't be doing this thing. Everyone for the impact that she made.
That's
And
cool.
then he went into Good Lord Glory. I was like, and of course they have 3 songs about Lori, so.
Yeah, you probably like that. Yeah, there's at least 3, I think.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Oh no, they've switched to Lucille on the new album. I'm just a little mad.
It's probably a different person,
No,
but
no. But that's just my thing. But coming out show.
okay. Answers. So this next one is almost a year old. I wrote this one after I went to like a funeral for my job for a police officer who had passed away pretty young.
Yeah.
So I kind of had ideas for the song for a long time because the song's called Answers,
Yeah.
and I have a song called Questions. I'm like, I need to write a song called Answers. So I had a bunch of like half choruses. I could never finish this song. And then I was like, I went to that funeral. I'm like, I want to write a song about this. And then I was like, why don't I just turn that into the song? So.
Those unfinished songs.
Yeah. The song just wrote itself that night. So.
And when they're meant to, they will.
And it was just like I knew there was nothing I knew there was nothing I wanted to change about it. Like the next day I played at an open mic, like this is done. So.
Oh, that's great when that
Yeah.
happens.
I had no question about it, so
That's great.
this one's called Answers. A young boy walks into something new. First day of school in faded high-top shoes. The kids are cool, the day won't seem to end. The boy wonders why he doesn't have a friend. Sometimes the questions don't have answers, and life will leave you wondering why. No one seems to care, no matter what you try. It's not about how the dice land, it's how you play the cards in your hands. She talks of a lover gone too soon, 'cause he's carried out in red, white, and blue. Heroes never cry is what they say, but that's far from what I'm seeing here today. Sometimes the questions don't have answers, and life will leave you wondering why. Weddings go away, and sometimes soldiers die. It's not about how the dice land, it's how you play the cards in your hands. stands staring at her maker. He looks at her and tells her she is free. And all that she can ask him is why me? But sometimes the questions don't have answers. Life will leave you wondering why. Sorrows go away, and all you see is light. It's not about if you understand, it's how you play the cards in your hands.
I think you're wise beyond your years.
Thanks.
No, it takes so many people so long to just like, well, why is this happening to me? And just they just get like stuck in it and just like it just is. It just is. Like
Yeah.
do the best you can.
Mhm.
God put you there for a reason.
Yeah.
Like just do the best you can. So I like that one too.
Song about, it's funny because answers is about not having the answers. Questions is about knowing the answers, but not understanding the answers.
Oh wow.
So I'll pick questions next, even though it's like reverse
It's
order.
like okay,
but
I like it. The dog's back. He'll lay at the door. He'll just lay at the door.
okay. Do I learn to change when everything's the same? Do I even love someone who doesn't have a name? Can a smile on my face swallow all the tears? And can red letters on a page rid me of my fears? Does I love you count when they say talk is cheap? Will I ever have a perfect score on promises I keep? How do I live with scars that never seem to fade? And is there really more to life than working to get paid? They said to slay my enemies and things would be made clear. Now all that's left is broken glass from fighting with the mirror. And can time really heal all wounds, as people like to say? Can I have a brand new start if it isn't New Year's Day? If the truth will set you free, why do I like to hide? And why does it seem easier to keep it all inside? How do I learn to run when I can barely crawl? 'Cause when I'm lying on the ground, it's hard to stand up tall. They said to slay my enemies and things would be made clear. Now all that's left is broken glass from fighting with a mirror. Can time really heal all wounds, as people like to say? Can I have a brand new start if it isn't New Year's Day? The funny thing in life, I find the more I grow, the answers that I need to learn, I already know. They said to slay my enemies and things would be made clear. Now all that's left is broken glass from fighting with a mirror. And can time really heal all wounds, as people like to
Honey, that may be an Evan Feltner line.
Which one? Oh, the
the
first
mirror.
one of the chorus.
The mirror.
Because that was originally supposed to be in the bridge, but then I liked it too much. I'm like, this has to be in the
You have
chorus.
to repeat it. You have to repeat that one.
It took me a while to like perfect that one.
Oh, I love it.
Thanks.
I love it. It says a lot. It says a lot.
Wrote that a day before Thanksgiving last year, so it's been just about a year.
Yeah. And I know I've heard you do that one, but I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm at open mic, I'm bouncy.
Right.
Like I'm talking to everybody. I'm seeing who's next.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but I've caught snippets of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like that. So do you when you started writing, do you write like words on paper and then put music to it? Do you pick it up and write?
It depends the song. It's basically depends the song. Some I have a progression, melody, and then write words.
Yeah.
Some it's an idea, and then music.
Yeah.
It just depends.
Yeah.
I generally try to do it with music because like I can pretty much write a song anytime, but then I always want to have a good melody. Like I don't want everything to sound the same.
Right.
So it's easier if I do both at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna not.
Yeah. Everybody's different. Like everybody has their own system, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather like sometimes I'm like I'm just not gonna write because I'm not gonna have good music for this.
You're not in the.
But in the same way, I'm not gonna stop myself from writing. So even if I don't have good music for it, at least I have ideas. So like I can pull something.
Yes. Oh, I have a list. Like I have a notepad on my phone that's just like lines or ideas that need to be finished later. But I don't hear it when I write. It's almost like something's coming through me. Like I can't keep up with my pen.
Okay.
Like words just fall out of me on paper. When I try to talk, it happens like this, and I can't get my point across. But if there's a pen in my hand, it just falls out. But it's words. It's not a song.
Right.
So I have to go back and once I get there and put music to my words. Mm-hmm. I think that may be a little harder.
Right. I find it that way.
Yeah. But it's an evolution. Like a year ago, I couldn't play it. I could play like 3 chords and that. So it's a progression.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we're all like this, and everybody, especially musicians, like you see them on stage. You're on stage, you're supposed to be perfect because you're on stage. But we're all just like one day at a time.
Right. And you never know what goes into someone's song. Like it's funny when you like play songs live, especially if people recognize them, like remembering the times that I wrote them. And like thinking that something like so private in myself and like in that moment, like I don't think of like when I'm writing a song sitting in my room, it's weird thinking that 2 days from now, if I want someone else to hear this thing,
everybody else is gonna hear it,
right?
And they're gonna have opinions, and they're gonna love it, or they're like,
right.
or it could change their life.
Yeah,
it could change their life.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's crazy,
right?
But it's beautiful,
especially if it's something like specific. Like it's cool when people relate to things.
Yes.
Like my thing with songs is I try to write them about very specific concepts that are not just like general emotions, but are still something that most people can relate to.
Right. That's pretty smart.
It's art, so like I'm not writing a song thinking is everyone gonna like this? Like not everyone has to like it or relate to it, but if other people do, that's how I know I'm like capturing something that people can relate to, which is like a semi goal for me. So
yeah, and I think there's God in that because you put God in your music. God's gonna come through in your music.
Right.
So He's gonna use you and your talent and your work. To touch somebody.
Right. Especially if there's like a strong message in it.
Yes.
So
yeah. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for playing my songs. What you got
think what to do next.
Let's start cooling a little bit. It's that weird time of year.
Could go with a little bit of a faster song.
Okay.
So this one's called The Fishing Song.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard this one
I don't know if I have.
I wrote it I had the idea a few years ago before I even wrote songs. I wrote the verse of it. And then I actually like sprained my ankle one day. A few days before I did my first open mic. I'm like, I've got too much time on my hands and I need to find songs to do.
Right.
So maybe I'll just finish this song. So this is just a song about like what it would be like to like leave your job for the day to go fishing.
Okay.
And, like I always tell people I haven't done it. I'm not like condoning reckless behavior, but like especially when you work at a church like I do. But it's just a concept.
I didn't lay out of work to go. I didn't lay out of work church to go fishing.
Yeah, it's just a concept song, so
it's fun.
It's called The Fishing Song.
Okay.
What if I don't wanna grind? Catch another 9 to 5. Cut the lines, of course. I'll get on without George just fine. Reeling in another line. Fish take their time to take the bait. Guess I'm not the only one that's late. Well, these fish don't wanna bite today. They're not the only one that's MIA. I'm sitting in the sun just basking, and I could make a couple Jacksons. Tying hooks, what am I thinking? And I could earn another Lincoln. But I'll get on without George just fine. There's more to life than vacation time. Reeling in another line.
That was so cute.
I don't know. I thought you probably heard that one before, but I don't remember. What
I don't know, but that's cute. Like, I'm just flighty. Like, I'm just like, blah, 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 a squirrel. I had the nickname Squirrel before, because I'm just like, blah, blah. But when I can just sit here and listen, just soak it in. Like it.
Yeah, I like that one. So I like to throw it in.
Yeah.
It's different,
Just
it's fun,
mix it up.
it's faster.
Mix it up
Like,
a
not
little
everything
bit.
has to be so deep,
No.
so.
Yeah. I agree. Like, sometimes those are, and then sometimes those songs are your foot in the door songs. Like, if you're trying to get somewhere, somebody to hear you, or radio play, or whatever, like, sometimes those are your foot in the door songs, and then you can get your message later.
Right. Like, I've heard that would be a good, like, country song. Like, people have told me, like, you could pitch that to some, like, guy in Nashville.
I could hear
that would
it.
be kind of cool.
I think that might be one of my singles. I'll do 2 singles, and then I'll do the full.
Okay.
I think I might do that one.
Okay.
And then I'll contrast it. I'll surprise you with the other one.
Okay.
What else you got? And I'm not keeping.
So this next one I wrote almost a year ago already, which is crazy. I was having writer's block, didn't know what to write for a song. And then it was like nighttime. I took a walk on our dirt road with my dog, and it was just nice to be out in like the quiet and like in nature. I felt like I hadn't done that in a while. So I just started thinking about like, I moved there when I was like 13, and just like spending time outside, like not having a responsibility or anything like that.
Right.
And I just thought I should write a song about like, basically just going back to like old like memories. You know what song's gonna be.
I do.
I was trying to like hide it.
They don't know. They don't know. I know.
So whether it's like memories or things you've done, just like going back to simple things. Like things change, but there's things that will never change. And it's just about, you have to be more intentional about like taking quiet time, taking alone time, and being in nature when you're older. Like it's still there, you just have to like search for it more. Yeah. So this one's called Go Back. Never heard this one before, so. Go back to the place you first learned to smile. Got your first wheels and drove your first mile. When you didn't feel lonely, being alone. Had your first love and cast your first stone. Go back to where the pavement is dirt, to when a scraped knee was the meaning of her. Go back to the woods where your friends would play, when you never considered that they'd move away. Go back to a crooked road sign, population 85. The steering wheel, 3-finger wave on the roads you learned to drive. Go back to a blue tick doll with the sun faded collar. The living is easy and you work hard for a dollar. remember when you learned to pray. You laugh 'cause you've done it all of your life, but something feels different today. Go back to a crooked road sign, population 85. The steering wheel, 3-finger wave on the road to learn to drive. Go back to a blue tick dock with the sun faded collar. The living is easy and you work hard for $1. When your dreams all fall apart and your life is out of whack. The best way to get ahead is to go back. Go back to your old boots, even if they feel tight. Just gotta dust them off, and soon they'll fit just right. Go back to a crooked road sign, population 85. The steering wheel, 3-finger wave on the road to learn to drive. Go back to a blue tick dock with the sun faded collar. The living is easy and you work hard for $1. Then your dreams all fall apart and your life is out of whack. The best way to get ahead is to go back. Go back. Go back.
I love that one too. So, the population 85, is that a true story? Or did that just
No.
get in?
That was, it sounded good.
It did.
And I actually Googled it out of curiosity. The population of Talking Rock is 93. So, like, that's actually really close. Like,
okay,
85
because I
is
was thinking
extremely
like
small.
Mayberry. When you said population 85, I was like thinking Mayberry, like Andy Griffith, like small town.
yeah, I
That's
see.
where it put to. That's very good writing because you just said small town without saying small town.
Right, it's very
Yeah.
small town
Yeah.
too. Because like I live
Yeah.
in Ball Ground and I don't even know.
Yeah.
I know it's much higher than 85.
Yeah.
I don't even know a reference. But
Yeah.
that's generally like if I'm playing somewhere where I only get like a couple songs or want to make a good
Yeah.
like impression. Like
Yeah.
that's generally the
Yeah.
one. Because people, I feel like
For sure.
people generally relate to it
Yeah,
too.
they
Like
do. They do.
even the things in the song, they're not generally things like I relate to.
Yeah,
Like,
I was trying not to sing out loud because this is your show.
Oh.
I've only done that once.
I
and it
wouldn't
was a
care.
friend of ours, but no.
I wouldn't care. It's kind of fun.
But it was like, what you got next?
do a worship song for the next one. So this is
You're taking
this is actually the first song I wrote. Like not like first for an open mic or first a few years ago. Like this was the first like full song I wrote. So I was in Copper Hill, Tennessee with a bunch of friends. We were going whitewater rafting.
Mhm.
We have like our church college retreat there every year.
Mhm.
And I had felt sick that day, so I decided I'll just stay back. So I'm by myself in like this cabin. The rain is pouring on the roof, and I'm just playing around with my ukulele. And I'm like, I should just write a song. I haven't written anything in so long. I was just like storming out chords, singing other songs. And then before I knew it, I wrote this song, and I actually got to like play it that evening for worship. So that was just a good memory, and that's what got me like continually writing songs. So this one's called "We Praise You." You haven't even heard it yet, though. I'm singing to you, Lord, the one in whom I trust. You're the one who stands with me when I'm standing in the dust. You brought me here, were with me there. God, I feel you everywhere. You draw me near, you're never far. God, I've given you my heart. We praise you, the King upon the throne. We praise
sometimes He'll make you be still.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just whatever, He'll just, you need to sit down for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
And end up being a good memory too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I wouldn't have been writing that if I was rapping.
Right.
I've just been trying to survive. So.
Right. You'd be holding on. Like,
yeah, I would not be writing songs at that moment.
Yeah. So, and a lot of people have trouble with this, but everything happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Even especially the hard stuff. Like, something's gonna come out of that. That's gonna change you for the better. It's gonna help somebody else. Like, something good is gonna come out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you could have sat in your room and pouted because you didn't get to go rafting. You could have, but
mm-hmm.
you did something beautiful instead.
Right. And I still went on the trip, but just while they were rafting, I was sitting in the cabin.
Yeah. So it was just quiet time.
Right.
Quiet time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically.
Oh, and there's nothing better than rain on the roof. Like, just listening to the rain on the roof.
Yeah. And, like, one thing that really got me wanting to keep writing songs is while I was playing it, like, people were catching up on the words. And to see, like, well, one, everyone worshiping through it, but seeing people, like, singing something you wrote is, like, kind of weird. Mm-hmm. Like, even now, because people pick up on my songs, like, I love it, but I'm like, that's so weird that they, like, remember the words to my songs. Like, it flatters me that, like, it's memorable enough.
It should.
But that's when I was, like, realized, like, how powerful music can be.
And scientifically, music will reach a part of you here and here that regular words will not. Like, you will remember more. It will impact you more. It will touch on emotions where the same words, written words, will not. But if it's sung or played, it hits a different level.
Right.
And then you think about all the Bible verses that talk about singing or talk about, like, playing instruments or, like it's there. It's there for a reason. Because anyway, you just took me to church. Thank you.
Well, good. That's what I was trying to do, so.
Of course. And then maybe you'll take somebody else on the YouTube. Do you got some more?
Yeah. I had a song in my head. I was trying to think what I was going to play. Oh, I'll do another different one. I don't know if you've heard Fire and Coyotes.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. So a friend of mine dared me. He was talking to another friend, and he said something about fire and coyotes, and my friend is like, that would be a really cool album.
It does.
And I'm like, I'm not creative enough to write an album about that, but I could try a song. So I remember sitting in my room for like an hour. I like barely cranked out a verse and a chorus. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna write this. And then I came back to it a few days later, finished the whole song. So
sometimes you have to walk away for a minute.
And it's like different, but I have a few people who like love this song and like always request it. So I'm like, cool.
Okay.
So that's what's called Fire and Coyotes. It can mean whatever you want it to mean.
Okay. I'll love that in the song.
Sky, the same reflecting in my eyes. The woods closing around me, the shadows start to creep. The night becomes my blanket, that I can't go to sleep. Fire and coyotes are putting up a fight. They burn in my dreams and howl through the night. The sun won't be coming up anytime soon, so I'll climb a hill of smoke and howl at the moon. Thorns hang down from a black twisted tree. The arm of a thicket wraps itself around me. I fall into a hole, I am hypnotized, scorched by the glare of 1,000 amber eyes. Fire and coyotes are putting up a fight. They burn in my dreams, howl through the night. The sun won't be coming up anytime soon, so I'll climb a hill of smoke. Howl at the moon. Now they surround me, caught from every side. Their ivory teeth are flashing, their jaws open wide. The trees begin to crash like cymbals on the ground.
so different from your other songs, but
Mhm.
that's cool. Like to have, like, oh,
It's somewhat metaphorical.
It is
but-
very metaphorical, but like, I'm glad we got to sit down for a minute because I like your writing. Like I love your words. I love
Thanks.
your, like, yeah. You kind of have a gift.
Thank you.
Like it.
Yeah, that one was hard at the beginning, but I was
Yeah.
glad once I got it
Well,
finished.
it's cool because like you were challenged. Like something it didn't just pop in your head. Somebody
Right.
said,
Like
"Hey,
I had to
do this."
push myself to do it.
Yes.
But the thing is, now if I play it in front of like that friend group anyway, they're like, I can't play anywhere without playing that for them, where it's like
Yes.
a guilt trip. So.
Yeah. But play our song.
Yeah.
Play our, we were in that.
Yeah, we
like we were
inspired
part
that.
of that.
Right.
There's a what's it? It's Pat Pattison. He has like a 5-minute writing challenge, and he'll give you a word, and it may be watermelon, it may be yellow line, it may be sunshine, whatever, and you just set a timer and just start writing whatever that word means to you. And if you do this every day, it builds your writing, and it's just like it makes it easier. And I got off of it. I've probably been off of it a couple of years, but it's that same thing. Like somebody said, fire and Cody's, and you're like, woohoo!
Yeah.
Probably not in 5 minutes,
Right.
but it's cool. Like I kind of like those things. Like it just keep my mind alive.
Yeah, it keeps you sharp too. So
Yeah. So you got any more?
sure. I'm trying to think what kind of song I should play. Because I've got another song like that, but it's kind of like a funny song. I don't know if you want to hear like a funny song. So I was also having writer's block again, as I always tend to do. And I was telling one of my musician friends about this, and she was like, looks at me completely serious, and she goes, "Well, why don't you write a song about a snake who wishes he had hands?" And I was like, I feel embarrassed. I've never thought of that. Like, of course I'll write a song about it.
Of course I will.
So the next day I was like, oh shoot, why did I agree to do this? Like, this sounds hard. And then before I knew it, I wrote a song about a snake that didn't have hands. So
is it from the snake's perspective?
it's third person.
Okay.
So but yeah, this is called Snake with No Hands.
Okay.
It's only like a month old, so
Okay,
hopefully I'll remember the words. Once there lived a snake who had it pretty good. He slithered with his fellow snakes, just like a serpent should. One day he met some humans, he thought they were quite grand. One offered him a handshake, but the snake he had no hands. This is the story of a snake who wishes he had hands, who wishes he could ride a bike and open jars and cans. He waved to all who pass him by, pet every dog he sees, take classes on sign language, perform a surgery. He tried to tell his friends that they'd never understand the endless sorrows of a snake who wishes he had hands. Well, the snake thought he would get a job and move on with his life, but it's hard to send an email when you don't have hands to type. He thought he'd join the army, to him that sounded fun, but apparently you must have hands to load and shoot a gun. This is the story of a snake who wishes he had hands, who wishes he could ride a bike and open jars and cans. Wave to all who pass him by, pet every dog he sees, take classes on sign language, perform a surgery. He tried to tell his friends that they'd never understand the endless sorrows of a snake who wishes he had hands. Well, the snake had given up his unrealistic plans. He told himself, I'm just a snake, I'm not meant to have hands. The snake had finally moved on, his longings had been beat, until he saw a man walk by and said, if only I had feet. This is the story of a snake who wishes he had hands, wishes he could ride a bike and open jars and cans. He'd wave to all who passing by, pet every dog he sees, take classes on sign language, perform a surgery. He tried to tell his friends, they'd never understand the endless sorrows of a saint who wishes he had hands. Don't take a thing for granted when you're walking down the street. Remember there's a snake out there who wishes he had feet. Yeah, that was a little different.
Girl!
That's what my mind is like half the time, but
I love it. Oh my goodness, you're so well-rounded. Like, you're so well-rounded when you're writing. That's beautiful.
yeah, I like that
Because
one.
it's like, well, I guess I don't need hands. Dang, some feet would be nice.
Yeah, you can't win if you're a snake.
I knew it. I heard it coming. I was like,
I'm glad you liked it, because I played it for a bunch of snakes one time. They didn't clap for some reason. I still don't know why, so.
oh my goodness. That was great. That was great.
And when I play that song at a gig I played, and I was like, any tips I make go to prosthetic hands for this snake? No, I didn't actually, but that would be funny.
Got a little snake hands.
Yeah.
Popping up.
Have sympathy for the snake.
Oh goodness. That was great. No,
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
trying to
believe
play that one out more, so.
Yeah, you should, because that's like sometimes you gotta get their attention before you can like be serious.
Right.
You know? And a lot of people, they're easier to stop what they're doing and hear something funny
Right.
than something
Because like I'll play it at the open mic and people are probably like, why is she thinking about a snake? Is this like a nursery time? Like,
Y'all be quiet and listen.
Yeah.
That's good. No, it's adorable. It's almost like a think of the old 80s like Billy Joe Shaver and those kind of like the storytellers that are humorous.
Okay, because I was trying to write like a comedy song.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love that one. I love it. You should put that one in more. I may give you 3 singles.
Okay.
I hadn't done this in a minute. I was timed out, so I can give you 3 singles.
Okay. Is that your new favorite?
I'm not gonna say it's my favorite because it's like picking your favorite kid. You know, like you made me cry a minute ago. You're talking about what's your praise song, but that one probably the most memorable right now. And I don't know if it's because it's new, but it's definitely. I'm gonna get you an album.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now actually. So
okay,
that one's.
so,
Well, I don't know if that'll be.
yeah,
on,
tell people where they can find you, like where like social media or where your music is or where you're playing or anything you want to. Here's your plug.
Okay. Well, my Instagram account is Yardis Music. I just made that one separate from my personal, just to like have things public.
Yeah.
So that's. I generally post where I'm playing afterwards, and that's just where I post songs I've been working on.
Yeah.
And then I play, open mics around here. I don't have like consistent gigs, but distilleries, restaurants. Sometimes I'll play like Mad Life and Woodstock, stuff like that. So it just depends what's going on. But I try to, hit all the open mics.
Yeah.
Gig
How did
right now,
that? Because I just like one day and you're just coming down the street with your little ukulele, and I'm like, I don't know her yet, but come on in.
Yeah, that was back in like March.
Yeah, it was warm.
So
did you just like? How did you find me?
Well, I think. How did I hear about Hive and Vine? Because the open mic isn't super marketed well from them on their website. So I don't remember if I saw it on their Instagram or someone told me. Because I was playing at the Talking Rock open mic for a while, which is like Talking Rock and Butcher and Bottle kind of have like, all like the LJ Jasper people. Yeah. So I probably heard about it from that community.
Yeah.
So
I was just wondering. But I try to be really supportive of everybody's open mic, like, because I'm doing this for just y'all play some music. Sometimes I just gotta hold it myself because sometimes I'm a little too pushy about it. Like I feel like people that I know can play, but they might be a little shy or they might not have played in a while, and I'm like, play me a song, play me a song, play me a song. Like, calm down, Lori. Like, just calm down. And so I'm trying to be encouraging without fear.
Yeah. I know, because it's hard when you're used to doing it. You're like, I just want to hear your music.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I just want everybody to play.
Right.
Yeah. Do you have anything else?
Maybe. I'm trying to think.
far you've done all originals, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
So weren't you saying you would get like flagged on YouTube?
Yeah, no copyright flags.
Right. Or else I would have played cover.
Yeah.
But.
No, I love originals, and
Mm-hmm.
it makes it more shareable. Like I can share it, you can share it, nobody's gonna.
Right.
Yeah.
Does that generally happen?
Usually they'll just move me.
Okay, I see.
They're not coming off yet.
Right, I see.
But I know it does happen.
Yeah. So this last one's called Paradigm.
Okay.
This was one of the first songs I wrote. So the word paradigm basically means like your perspective on the world and how you see things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mainly a Christian song, but it's pretty broad. It's just about how when you change your paradigm in a positive way, your life changes. Like, you don't realize how many choices you make to find your life. And the choices you make are based on what you believe. So you change what you believe, everything changes.
Absolutely.
So it's called Paradigm.
Great.
Packing up my bags, a compass in my hand, a sign along the path says to the promised land. I don't know where I'm going, even though I have a map. All I know is where I'm headed, and I'm okay with that. Out with the old, in with the new. This life is forever's dressing room. Goodbye to where I used to roam, from standing still to walking home. A new paradigm. I won't go around it, even when I hit a wall. When the path is paved with shadows, still I'm standing tall. Out with the old, in with the new. This life is forever's dressing room. Goodbye to where I used to roam, from standing still to walking home. A new paradigm, a new way to see, something to live for that isn't me. I've given it up, my fear and my doubt. I'm starting to realize what life's all about. So I'll climb and I'll press on, even when my strength is gone. I may not see the end of the race. I guess that's why they call it faith. Out with the old, in with the new. This life is forever's dressing room. Goodbye to where I used to roam, from standing still to walking home. A new paradigm, a new way to see, someone to live for that isn't me. I've given it up, my fear and my doubt. I'm starting to realize what life's all about. A new paradigm, a new paradigm, a new paradigm.
Last 300 years.
That's That's one of the originals. So
yeah, I preached that one. Like it's gonna be whatever you want it to be. I mean, you can make the best out of any situation, and then the next day's gonna be better, and the next day's gonna be better. Or you can just sit on the couch and pout and
right,
think how horrible your life is.
right. Like that song is the importance of your mindset changing things.
Yes.
So it's I try to make songs like contrast different things. Like some are like, well, you can't change things, so just accept how it is. Some are like this song is more like you can change things.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like take what you can and make it positive.
Yeah.
So
and then you got to figure out that's that whole serenity prayer. Like, what's on me, what's not on me, and,
right.
and what do
what
I need to do
control?
next? But it's like, yeah, that's like I was just saying about, I don't know if we were on camera or not, but it's like, what do you want me to do next, God?
Mm-hmm.
He'll just put it right in front of me.
Yeah.
Or like if I'm like struggling a little bit with money, and because I have like so many different jobs, and I'm like, God, you know I'm not lazy. Like, and my phone will ring. Like, got a job. Let's go to work.
Yeah.
You know? But its attitude is, Nani, I don't even put a number on it, but like attitude's everything. Like you can change the world.
It's just crazy how much things change once your mindset changes.
Yes.
Like even in yourself, like even with music.
Yes.
Like sometimes if I like really get myself in like performer attitude, like I have so much more fun. I sound better. So it's interesting how like literally all I've changed is my mindset, but then things change. So
yes, and then that's contagious. Like if you're on stage and you have that, you know, if you have that confidence and you're just having a good time with it, then your crowd's gonna have a good time with it.
Right.
I call it concert energy because it goes back and forth. And if your crowd's having a good time, then you're gonna have a good time, and it just keeps going like that. So just be happy, just do the best you can. Well, but you said it so much prettier. Well, thank you for playing for me. I know we've been trying to do it for a minute, but thank you.
I feel like I'm like in some like celebrity bus because I've always seen pictures and videos, and then I look at it and I'm like, wow, I'm actually in the bus.
Your name's on the bus.
I know.
Your name's on the bus, and I'm gonna keep you in mind on a couple ideas. We'll talk in a minute.
Okay.
But Claire Yardis, thank y'all.